Hello. Hey, the fuck is wrong with you, America? What the fuck is wrong with you? How did you let it get to this point? How did you let it get to this point where it's Hillary and Trump? It's snake oil salesmen and some old battle axe that for some reason people are losing their minds over some emails that it seems desperate that they're trying to they're gonna send her to jail for some emails. I don't know. What's the crime? What's the crime? She didn't follow protocol. She was hiding something that, trying to hide something from the government, that she was making some backdoor deals with other people, with some Saudi prince or some multi-billion-dollar company. Yeah, newsflash, that's what every politician does. That's why they go into politics. Not all of them. There are some good ones, but very, very small percentage of them are actually decent human beings. The most are some of the biggest crooks, some of the biggest scumbags on the planet. And you're surprised that Hillary is partaking in this? This is what they all do. All politicians do. That's why you don't trust them. That's why they have such a bad reputation. And to think that Donald Trump is the savior. Oh no, he's not gonna do that. He's gonna go by the book. The guy that's running around grabbing bitches by the cunt. This is what I just made that a lot worse. Even you know what? Even Donald Trump was offended at that one. But come on, people. The U.S. has this reputation of being stupid. It's like Americans are dumb. People, you could travel around the world. People just have this bad stereotype of America. I, to some degree, do not. I've met a lot of very nice, well thought out, well informed, intelligent, progressive thinking Americans, and then there's the rest of the white trash that are the Trump supporters. Uh, it it does seem like it's 50-50, and with these two, the only choices being left. I mean, I know there's Jill Stein and Gary Johnson, but unfortunately, they don't have a chance. And Gary Johnson really fucking dropped the ball at the end. He fucked up with not being able to name a leader of any nation, or he didn't know what Aleppo is, or he just made himself look bad. I don't know what Aleppo is. I didn't know. If it wasn't for him not knowing this, I think a lot of us would still not know what Aleppo is. But he's running for president. I'm not. And Jill Stein, I like her. I like her positions, actually. I like everything that she's had to say, and I know that people like John Oliver went above and beyond to make her look bad, and the media makes her look. They're trying to paint her as this lunatic, this hippie dippy, fucking tree hugging lunatic, or I don't know. But if you watch mainstream media, you have been just misinformed about who Jill Stein is. And even someone who I really liked and respect a lot, or at least the show, John Oliver, he did such a fucking hatchet job on her. But anyways, I digress. Getting back to why America is proving to the world that they truly are that stereotype. You had an opportunity to elect many other people from the Republican Party, which almost anyone except for maybe Ted Cruz. Oh, no, is that his name? Ted Cruz? Yeah, Ted Cruz, the Canadian guy, by the way. Which that was not an issue that he was born in Canada. The guy was actually born in Canada, but Trump and his supporters at one point were going crazy with this lunacy, with this crazy idea that Barack was born in Kenya. But that's the Trump supporters right there. They buy into all the stupid conspiracy theories or whatever you want to call them. They're gullible people. They're the part of America that are not informed, that don't care about education, that care more about war and fight ISIS and guns and fuck science. They're the people that still believe that Jesus is the Son of God and evolution is made up. Okay, so it's. I'm not surprised that they're falling for this fucking car salesman, Donald Trump. He's lying to them. They're being conned, and they can't see it because they're gullible. They haven't developed a good bullshit detector, which is what you develop when you understand the mechanisms of things, the mechanisms of the world, of the universe, of politics, human. If you have learned and read about human development, the social developments, and how humanity came to be, and how we are where we are, and we understand the things that have happened in history. If you're just well informed, you're not gonna let yourself be bamboozled by someone, a clown like Trump. And with Hillary, yeah, she's corrupt, she's not clean, but so is every other politician. And here's the thing, you know what you're getting with Hillary. You know. It's really more or less Barack Obama 2.0. But I don't see what's so bad about that. What was so bad? Are people really in that bad of a situation? And knowing this, you can push back on it a lot more than you would, that you could before with Barack. Because at first you didn't know what you were getting with Barack. Now you do. Now you know that Hillary could potentially go after whistleblowers, which I don't like. If somebody wants to expose some horrible truth about the government that doesn't affect the country in a negative way, then that's a hero in my book. That's a hero, And Trump supporters would agree that whoever exposed Hillary about the emails, they like that person, right? Well, that's a whistleblower. That's a whistleblower. But somehow, Snowden, Trump supporters see him as a criminal, but not the guy who exposed Hillary and her emails. No, that guy's a hero, but not Snowden. They did the exact same shit. They exposed the government of some bullshit that they were doing, the spying on people, and they exposed people, and it didn't hurt the country with this information. I understand if somebody leaks out information that could harm the country, but this didn't. What Snowden didn't. That's a good whistleblower. That's a hero. But okay, Trump supporters, that's another thing. They're extremely hypocritical. Super, super hypocritical. They say, oh, Hillary acts like she's above the law. She's above the law. She doesn't want to be persecuted. She doesn't want to go to jail. She wants to be able to break all the laws and not be held accountable for it. True, but I don't see Trump supporters are the guys who support cops. Those fucking thugs, those criminals. Trump supporters are the people who came up with the fucking dumbass slogan, Blue Lives Matter, and all this bullshit, right? For decades, cops have been lying under oath, lying through their fucking teeth to save their skin and put innocent people in jail or kill people, and they get away with it. And they literally act like they're above the law, like the law doesn't apply to them. They're breaking the law all the time, not just with killing people, but with other things. They steal from people, they kill people, they falsely arrest people, and then when you call them out on it or you take them to trial, their buddies, the other cops, are like, no, he's innocent, he was doing everything by the book, no, he was in fear for his life, just making up all kinds of bullshit to get this other person off. I know there's been some cases, a very small percentage where cops did actually go to jail, but it rarely happens. Most of the time, these motherfucking thugs get off. And I know that there are good cops. And people always say, well, there's only a few bad apples. I don't know. It seems like there's a lot of bad apples then. And those bad apples are rotting the rest of the other apples. Because that's what happens. If you have a couple of bad apples in a barrel, it's going to rot out the other ones. So, I don't know what the percentage is. It almost seems like it's a 50-50 thing again. Like 50% cops are a bunch of scumbags. The other, they're actually there to do good things. They're actually there to serve and protect and help people. And I like those cops. I get the concept of having cops. I'm not against not having cops. I like the idea of having cops. But when they become the criminals, then it's a fucking problem. But you don't see Trump supporters saying, well, these cops, they act like they're above the law. We should put them in jail. No, they don't say that. They turn a blind eye to that. They're just like, nah, those guys can do crimes. Don't worry. They're our heroes. They're here to protect us. But so it's a double standard. You want to see Hillary go to jail because she broke the law? I want to hear you say that cops should go to jail when they break the law as well, instead of defending them all the time. So, well, that's the U.S. This is U.S. You have the Republican Party that's completely hypocritical, and so is the left. But I think the Republican Party are far more hypocritical, especially with things like the cops and not wanting them to go to jail, but they want Hillary to go to jail. That's a double standard. Or what is it? Abortion. Abortion is another one. They call themselves to be pro-life. Pro-life, my ass. Pro-life. If you really cared about life, you wouldn't want to endorse candidates that want to bomb the shit out of people. Donald Trump literally said, we should kill the family members of the terrorists. If your 18-year-old, 19-year-old decides to go and blow himself up and kill a bunch of other people, now he suggested, literally suggested, and was serious, and you can find this clip. I think he was talking to someone at Fox, and he said, we should kill the family members of this terrorist, his brothers, his sisters, his mom, his parents, all these people. Even though there are cases, and there are cases where the Muslim parent of the terrorist told the FBI, hey, look, I think my son's becoming radicalized. You might want to take a look into it. He blew him in. He blew him in. And it prevented a terrorist attack because his own father called the FBI and told the FBI that his son was becoming radicalized or he's becoming a terrorist. I don't know how he worded it, but he let the FBI know. That's the guy you want to kill? That's the guy you want to kill? It's so dumb, man. It's so stupid what's going on in the U.S. I don't know what's happening in the U.S., but it's just, there's a lot of stupidity floating around. And you're proving it. You are proving it by electing Hillary and Trump. Now, if I was there, I don't know who I'd vote for. I'm not American, but I've been following American politics since like the mid-90s. I love the circus. I love the shit show that it is. It's far more entertaining than most other countries' politics. It's like a reality show. And I don't know who I would vote for. I think maybe I would vote for Hillary just because I don't want to see Trump gain any more power. I think I would do anything to make sure he doesn't get elected. And that's what I would do. I'll take my chances with Hillary. And that's what it comes down to. Like, who are you going to take your chances with? I think I know what I'm getting with Hillary, and you can work with that. But with Trump, he's a maniac. I don't know what he would do. And what is it? Michael Moore said that Donald Trump's like throwing a cocktail Molotov through a window, throwing a cocktail Molotov into the political system. And I agree with that. It is. If you want to upset the establishment, Donald Trump is the way to go. But not with him. I'm not against throwing a cocktail Molotov into the political system, to upset things. But I don't think he's the guy. I think it's Bernie Sanders is the person that should have been that cocktail Molotov. And then if the U.S. was as informed as they should be, they should have elected Bernie. That's the guy that they should have gone for if you want to upset the establishment. And Trump supporters should have done that as well, but they won't because they are driven by emotion, by anger, by hatred and fear. That's all they care about. That's what drives them. That's their driving force. I don't think they know anything about Donald Trump's policies. I don't even think Donald himself knows what the fuck he's doing. He's dumb. He's just straight up dumb. He's not a successful person. Who knows if he's even a billionaire? Nobody knows what's up with his money. He won't release his tax returns. And I think he's conning people. You're being conned. You're believing a snake oil salesman, and you're buying his bullshit. And because Trump supporters just want to hate on anything that's not white, then they ignore the Jewish guy, because they do have hatred towards Jews too. Recently, they've been saying some stuff about the Jews, the fine people from Israel. You know, They support Israel, but they want to hate the Jews at the same time. I don't know. Again, double standard. They can't make up their mind. They're contradicting themselves. Uh, so, to me, the cocktail Molotov is Bernie. And if Hillary doesn't get elected and Trump wins, then the left has only got themselves to blame for electing the wrong candidate, which is Hillary. She's full of she's got a lot of she's got a lot of baggage, a lot of skeletons in her closet, and Bernie doesn't. Bernie is a man of the people. Bernie isn't flying around in a private jet. You know, there's pictures, footage of him riding around when he was campaigning in coach in a regular plane with the regular people, just sitting there in a small little seat, not even next to a staff member, next to some regular person. Some regular Joe could have had a huge conversation with Bernie. You know, that's a man of the people. He's not depending on people's money. He's not trying to steal money from people. I would have loved to have seen Bernie become the president, but that's not going to happen now. And it's because of American stupidity, Americans' ignorance. And I know that there's a lot of you who are very smart, well-informed. I listen to your podcasts. I watch your shows. Very intelligent people. Not talking about Alex Jones, that fucking maniac lunatic, or shit like that. Or someone like Milo Yiannopoulos or Fox News. Those people are garbage. I'm talking about well-informed people. People that like science, you know. And I was watching a video by Thunderfoot. If you don't know who Thunderfoot is, go check out his videos. This dude's very well. He does videos with a lot of details. When he goes after a subject, he makes sure he does his due diligence. He's not like me, just fucking winging it off the top of my head, just blabbing on about. I hope I'm not blabbing. I probably am. But anyways, I saw his recent video that he made about the election. It was so good, man. It was because he's so thorough. He pointed out a lot of good points in the video about Trump and Hillary, but it was mostly bashing Trump, let's be honest. I guess he doesn't like him. But I encourage you to go watch it. I'm sure you'll get far more information from him than you could ever get from me. I'll post a link at the bottom, and just go watch it. But one thing he said that really it will stick in my mind is that Donald Trump is so stupid that he tried so much saying all these stupid little slogans, crooked Hillary, what's the other, make America great again. He tweets all kinds of shit that he thinks is profound, and he wanted to go down in history by having one awesome slogan that would define him like it has other presidents. For better or for worse, like Bill Clinton doesn't have a good one. I think his quote that everyone recognizes from him is like, "I did not have sexual relations with that woman," or Richard Nixon is, "I am not a crook," or all my interpretations sound identical, or John F. Kennedy, "Ask what you can do for your country, and not what your country can do for you." I don't know, something like that. That's my best John F. Kennedy. It's horrible, I know. And Trump's fucking quote, no matter whether he wins or not, 10, 20 years from now, the quote that people will remember him by is, "I grabbed her by the pussy." Don't think otherwise. To this, there cannot be a debate. I am telling you, and I think Thunderfoot's correct, that he will go down in history for saying that, and that will be the quote that he will be known by. President Trump, "I grabbed her by the pussy." It's hilarious that he tried so hard to make other quotes stick, but that's the one that stuck, and he wasn't even trying. That's the one that he wished he could get rid of, or it would not exist. But anyways, I think I've gone long enough. Good luck, America. Good luck to the world. I would have voted for Jill Stein probably. I don't know. But then again, I don't know. That's a vote against Hillary almost. I sort of believe that, but I know it is also voting for a third party is sending a message to the establishment. But maybe we should send that message at another time, because this is not a regular election. This is not this is different. You got a maniac that could be the president. So just do whatever you can to keep that guy out. And that's what I think that's what I would do. I would have to vote against Trump, and maybe in 4 years try for a third party, because Hillary, unless she can prove everyone wrong in the next 4 years, I don't think it's a good choice either. So I don't know what's going to happen with America. Good luck. I can't wait to see the results. I'll be watching, and I hope you are too. And go vote against Trump. I don't have a problem. I don't care about Casey Neistat telling people who to vote for, or encouraging people to go vote for a certain candidate. That doesn't bother me. I don't care. Don't vote Trump. Fucking assholes. Don't ruin your country. Peace.